thank you very much. I was actually saving for the last thing. I didn't know there was only 2 posters. Anyway, hi everybody. I wrote a book. David helped me very much, something he didn't say. I flew to Houston. I actually flew to San Antonio to see a friend, rented a car, and we spent a couple days in a hotel room going through it. And I just took it, and actually took it to the editor /publisher, Jennifer Joseph, from Manic Deep Press, and she helped me with it and pump some new life into it, and it was just a wonderful experience. I started writing the book. I started collecting writings when I worked for Maximum Rock and Roll. I wrote for them like in '97 and '98, a big magazine from San Francisco. And then I again started writing for them in 2001, I believe, 2001, 1.5, 2. And if I may, I'll read it from a piece of the book, and away we will go. We pulled up on the bawdy streets of Broadway, where all the Gold Rush saloons once featured dance hall girls and rowdy discontents, and stepped out of the van into the bristling throng of 500 punks. A sea of studded leather and spiky haircuts. We stood flabbergasted, taking it all in. The band that would become known as MDC had just driven from Austin, Texas, straight through to San Francisco, California, arriving at the Babuhay Gardens on July 2nd, 1981. Inside, upon taking the stage, we began strumming our first songs with all those eyes nailed to us, as if we were in the Roman Coliseum, everybody ready to make that thumbs up or thumbs down. We rocked through our first song on the first album, Business on Parade, into our second song, Dead Cops. The crowd grew feverish. You could see people just moving around, and we weren't sure how it was going to go. You know, it was like, not quite like Tchaikovsky Rite of Spring when he came back, but just you're doing something new. It was very thrash, it was very hard, it was very fast, and it was very political. The crowd grew feverish. By the third song, though we could tell we had the crowd, we just blew through the whole punk hardcore thrash yet dressed in our street cowboy blue denim, and that was our look. We were cow punks. And it was beyond anything we ever experienced. I recall smiling at Ron, my buddy, as we realized these people got us. They really understood that we had practiced and executed 500 times before. And by the time we did John Wayne Was the Nazi, our last song, we had a lean 14-song set of short songs. The crowd just went bonkers. We knew at that moment that this was our new home and that the future was now. I want to thank Jen Joseph. What a fabulous editor and a really super woman. She does Jennifer Blowdryer. She does Lynn Breedlove of Tribe 8, and she does poet laureates and stuff. She's in league with Last Gasp Publishing, which does R. Crumb, and a lot of those beat poet type, San Francisco's 50s, 60s, 70s type. And I won't say I wouldn't be here without her, but I'm really thankful for everything she did to help. And she's just a great guiding person, and sat in with me to extra edits at the end, and I think took the whole thing from being good stories to very good writing with her panache. Anyway, that's my shout out to her. She asked me to say something tonight. Hi, Jen. All right. Soup kitchens in San Francisco. San Francisco in 1981-82 was truly a land to behold. A countercultural oasis attracting youth of all stripes to its bounty. Teenage runaways, punk rockers, industrial art types like Mark Pleen of Survival Research Laboratories, college art types, and just young people everywhere we turned. Everyone was trying to figure out how to survive, but our new friends, the fuckers, had it wired. First you get food stamps, then that amount to about 90 a month. I knew no one in Texas on food stamps. It was a wonderful cultural shift to get help by the state and to put food on your table. Then you get on general assistance, which was trickier. That might require you to show up and clean city buses twice a month. People on general assistance received $155 a month, twice a month. Finally figured out where the soup kitchens were, where they were serving. Soup kitchens, some of them like the Hamilton Methodist Church in Haight, served an early vegetarian lunch. There you could run into hundreds of punks, and it was quite glorious. Everyone checked in with each other, like a tribal family of sorts. On Thanksgiving, you could eat with Gary Floyd and the Dicks, DRI, verbal abuse, the fuck-ups, the fuckettes, Condemned to Death, the SF Skins, Jack Skate Team, Darren Peligro, the Dead Kennedys, poets like Diamond Dave, Tracy Anarchy, Kathleen Woods, Mitch the Bitch, Carolyn Lennon Brothers, who ran the studio and had a big house that they let punks stay at. Crucifix, The Witnesses, Dan Mackey, Jenny Lush, just hundreds and hundreds of punks. Kurt Brecht of DRI, Dirty Rotten Imbeciles, was living in a tree in Golden Gate Park. You could literally look him up at Golden Gate Park. And when I say literally, I mean look up. A bunch of us punks moved into an abandoned beer brewery known as the Vats. It started out as a work for exchange type rent thing. Many bands gravitated here very quickly, and with the power of word of mouth, all types followed. A lot of free place to crash were provided by this giant 6-story building. It was the twilight of hobo punk heaven. It was here I reconnected with Jenny Jo Brown. After meeting her years before as a college student in Tampa, she would go on to have my baby boy, Jesse. Many bands of various stripes were part of this large warehouse space. There were punk shows, art exhibits, studio spaces created. It started out very idealistic and tried to stay that way. Sadly, in time, with many of the bands being busy on tour, unsavory types, drug dealers, gang types, junkies started moving in and abusing the place and its good residents. Someone suffered a drug overdose there, so the Vats showed up on the radar of city officials. Soon everyone was evicted and the building was gutted in 1984. Many people fondly remember the idealistic intentions of the residents. Others can't help but recall some of the unfortunate problems that occurred in such a fine space. One time in late 1982, Minor Threat came to town, and Ian Mackay held me to my cooked meal promise that I made to him in D.C. when he provided a meal for me when we were playing with his band there. I took them to the St. Martin de Porres Soup Kitchen to treat Ian to their famously rock-hard grilled government cheese sandwich right before heading over to the sound check and a hot show at the On Broadway. This was San Francisco's golden age, a time when the street punks shared everything. We all looked out for each other. It was a special time. We didn't have much, but we had our little scene. Most of the names mentioned are people, many of the names of the people I mentioned have passed away too early. For them, they are gone. I say rest in peace.